Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Okay, so what does my collective need to know today? What does my collective need to know? So a cycle has come to an end. Okay, maybe it was a very toxic karmic cycle, but that has come to an end. King of Cups in reverse. So a karmic cycle has come to an end with a narcissist who has been doing some sort of a lot of emotional manipulation, okay? Was very shut off from their emotions at the time, a lot of emotional manipulation, alright? They've been doing some sort of sex magic, beauty magic, okay? It was very shut off from their emotions. They're a coward, okay? They're trying to block some sort of beauty, okay? They could have wrongfully tried to take some sort of control, alright? But they've spiralled out of control. Trying to take control, they spiralled out of control. And they've been working with Libra, Gemini or Aquarius. So we've got a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio and a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, okay? Very cold, both of them, like two peas in a pod. Very cold, very calculated, very cunning, okay? Very soulless, alright? With a Four of Swords in reverse, or two, where they're in like a praying motion. Three of Swords, for these three of Swords to cause some sort of heartbreak, and there's a lot of betrayal, okay, a lot of mental manipulation, okay, emotional manipulation, because there's unrequited love. There's unrequited love there, so there's unrequited love there. So they want to bring some sort of a heartbreak, okay? Or did bring some sort of a heartbreaking event. They was lying, okay? Trying to block some sort of beauty, like they don't want someone to see the beauty within you, alright? They really don't. So they're angry about what they've done. They've gone to like some sort of a dark high priestess, alright? They're angry about what they have done, alright? So they wanted to sneak around, stalk, spy and lie. So they're angry about what they've done to this masculine or feminine. So they wanted to lie and bring some sort of heartbreak and block some sort of like beauty. Block some sort of beauty. They just didn't want to see anyone think this masculine or feminine was beautiful or handsome. They just want heartbreak is what I'm getting. They've gone off track with the Chariot in reverse. They've gone off track in their own life, trying to have like some sort of a get back or a comeback, okay? They played so dirty, they've been stalking, they've been sneaking around, and we've got the Strength card in reverse. They're very mentally weak. Nine of Wands in reverse. They just want you to let your guard down and let them back in. They want to be able to get back into your energy fields, okay? They want to come back into your life and try and derail you again, alright? They don't want you to be able to defend yourself either from some sort of lies or sneaky deceptive behaviour. Nine of Pentacles in reverse and 10 of Cups in reverse. So I'm getting, they was very financially unstable, emotionally unstable and mentally unstable, alright? There was financially unstable, emotionally unstable, mentally unstable. They could have paid other people to help them and now they're financially unstable from asking other people for help with some sort of blockages. So they are, I'm getting, maybe they are skin. They're very dysfunctional. They're under investigation, okay? We've got 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody's going to lose their job, alright? So they could have used people in some sort of power positions, alright? To bring about some sort of blockages, to try and take control. These cowards who are emotionally manipulated. Now they're very passionless in their own life, and 2 of Pentacles in reverse. They're very like low vibrational. So I'm getting the very psychotic, alright. They want to be able to come back, but there's unrequited love there. There's people losing their jobs for helping them out. So people are losing their jobs. They're very deluded. They're very deluded. They're very, very deluded. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. They've got a lot of bad karma. A lot of bad karma. Along with some sort of, with a Hierophant, this could be government. This could be government. Hierophant in reverse. They've got a lot of bad karma. They're very deluded. They're very deluded. Very, very, very deluded and delusional. And there's a lot of spellware involved. So in this like government organisation, or whoever they team with, local authority, or some sort of a leader, they're losing the job. Emperor in reverse, and we've got a Queen of Cups in reverse, and there's going to be justice surrounding this situation. There's a lot of people losing their jobs. There's a lot of people getting publicly dishonoured, publicly disgraced, okay, because they've been caught. These cowards, and tried to take some sort of control, but they totally derailed themselves, okay. They become very psychotic. We've also got a Queen of Swords in reverse and an Empress in reverse, and they thought that they could block with this Judgment in reverse some sort of judgment. They thought they could block some sort of judgment. There could be some malicious lies, rumours and gossip. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We've got an Emperor, like Aries type of energy, but doesn't have to be an Aries. But this Emperor in reverse is like a shit father figure. And then we've got an Empress in reverse who's a shit mother figure. Virgo, Taurus energy. And we have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius again. So they're all in reverse. And they're all losing their jobs. Okay. We've got the Death card in reverse. They wanted to bring an ending to some sort of justice. Alright? They didn't want to bring some sort of justice surrounding the situation. Because they was taking some sort of gifts under the table. Alright? The masculine energies, because of what they've done, because of their level of dysfunction, they could have a limp noodle. Could have teamed up with an ex, okay, who's very dysfunctional and very depressed, very dysfunctional, alright, very on edge, yeah. The inner state of lack. This also could be to do with money, like taking control of some sort of money, and that many people's got involved, that many people's been paid, all the money has gone, alright, and now a lot of people are losing their jobs because they have no money to give them some sort of, this may be illegal protection. So illegal protection is coming to an end. Yeah, they're lacking like this prosperity. 6 of Wands in reverse, it was a false victory. Maybe they didn't want someone to come out of poverty, and well, they're very mentally unstable. They're very mentally unstable. They could have, with the way they was, they're trying to stagnate something, and these enemies wanted to do a roles reverse and say they totally, like, these people are totally normal and what they're doing is totally fine and everything, what they are as a person, they've been trying to offload this, create a false narrative. They've been spying, okay? 5 of Wands in reverse, there was a lot of drama, a lot of competition, but they was competing for nothing, really. They was competing for nothing, really, because they've lost everything. Now these enemies, 5 of Swords, it's bad news for them. They have some even bigger enemies, a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, they're all coming out in reverse. Now these enemies, these karmics, they have some even bigger enemies. They have some even bigger enemies. They was just like lost in dream world, okay? They was lost in dream world. They thought they could pit everybody, alright, but these enemies, they have even bigger enemies, so it's bad news for them, they've got even bigger enemies. No one's wanted to collaborate with them anymore because they've lost all financial stability. They're going to be losing the jobs, okay? They're going to be losing everything. And they're going to be in a state of lack again. A Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Because they have a lack of love in their own life, okay? They don't know what love is. They've not got a clue. Alright, yeah, they've not got a clue. Someone in this connection could be married and they're very unhappily married, okay? So they're not wanting to see some sort of happiness come into somebody else's world. We've got a Queen of Pentacles, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, sorry, a Cancer, a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, sorry. But these, all the star signs are here, like. All the star signs. A shit mother figure, a shit father figure, shit role models, okay? They've been revealed for who they actually are, alright? And these enemies, they have even bigger enemies, and there's some bad news coming for them, alright? They was living in dream world, thinking that they could block some sort of judgment and justice, alright? So they obviously thought that they was above the law, okay? This Dark High Priestess, false victory for them. 6 of Swords in reverse, they're not going to be able to move forward, alright? They're not going to be able to stagnate some sort of justice. High Priestess in reverse, but there was battling and competing to bring drama, all trying to delay some sort of justice. They're going to lose, like, any money what they took. If they took money, they're going to lose their financial stability. They're going to lose their jobs. They're going to lose their independence, okay? If they were smiling at one point, kicking up a fuss, stirring up drama, they're not going to be smiling. They've been doing nothing but lie. Nothing but lie. So no one wants to collaborate with them anymore. They've been doing nothing but lie. On a star. Because they wanted these gifts for themselves, is what I'm getting. So they're doing nothing but lie because they wanted some sort of gifts for themselves. So battling and competing for some gifts what are not theirs. They wanted to offload some sort of karmic debt, the moon card, in reverse, which was like a very bad choice, alright? It was a very bad choice. They just didn't want to see someone come out of some sort of poverty or something like that. So now they're all losing the jobs. It was a false victory. 8 of Swords, they're all going to prison. Hanged Man, for being manipulated. For being very, very manipulating. Very manipulating. Very deceptive. Trying to manipulate everything to go in their way. I'm getting the Tower in reverse and Temperance in reverse and 8 of Wands in reverse. Some bad news is coming. Something to do with their bank account is getting undrained. It's getting drained. Like their bank account is getting drained. Maybe some sort of block yeah, it's coming to light surrounding some sort of money. Their bank account is getting drained, it's getting blocked, 10 of Swords. And then we have Justice card. Some sort of betrayal in some sort of legal proceedings, alright? And now their bank account is going to get drained. They was just trying to offload their karmic debts, alright? The bank account is going to get drained. They're losing absolutely everything, okay? Losing absolutely everything. They're very depressed. They're very depressed. They did think it was funny, alright? But now they have even bigger enemies, okay? So they was rallying the troops. They was getting everybody they could involved and offering them some sort of money, alright? And now their criminal enterprise is falling to pieces. They've got burning evidence, trying to get rid of some sort of evidence of what they've done, because they've all been meeting on up. Hotel and motel, sweet business pleasure, they've all been meeting on up. Could have been putting money into their bank account, but now their bank account is being like blocked or drained or something. They're all going to go to prison. They know they fucked up. They've all been under investigation for years. They're all in bed with one another, alright? They're all in bed with one another. And now they're very depressed. They're all in bed with one another. They're all facing prison time, alright? It was a false victory, bad news for them. They was manipulating, lying to control the narrative, alright? And they're a set of copycats. A set of copycats, but they're all in relationships with each other, alright? They didn't want to be revealed as envious, but they've been cashing checks into their bank account. So they've been revealed for putting checks in their bank account. It's game over for them, okay? They've all been getting promiscuous with each other. They could be in private relationships, but they've all been sleeping with each other, alright? And setting off on the road, maybe stalking, alright? Getting involved in stalking, which was probably paid for with some sort of stolen money, cashing checks into their account and stuff. And now they're all getting locked up in prison because they thought they had everyone in pockets, which is what it might have seemed at the time, because obviously it's due to spell work and they fell under their own illusions. Okay, they have been meeting on up, okay, discussing some sort of money, probably splitting money amongst themselves, but with this money getting split amongst themselves and all this spell work, they've just got more and more mentally unstable, alright? There's like a full family who's getting locked up. Because this has been going on for a long time. There's a full family getting locked up. They've caused a lot of drama, a lot of chaos, alright? Bank accounts is getting drained to nil because they've been spending money on illegal activity, illegal surveillance, spending money on spell work, okay, with fake friends. And they're all keeping a promise to each other. Then, the ones who they're in relationships with and all the side pieces, there was like gossip, alright, and then watching shit go down, and then partying and celebrating together, causing drama, and because of their level of criminal activity, they're going to get locked up in prison for a very long time. They tried deleting evidence, burning evidence, okay, but things have been backed up, is what I'm getting. Things have been backed up, they've been caught, they didn't want to, they could have spent some money on some sort of drugs trafficking, okay, they've been caught. They didn't want people to know how toxic they was, so they tried to move the toxicity onto somebody else. Someone don't want to be their side piece anymore, a hater. Someone don't want to be their side piece anymore. Someone don't want to be in a relationship with one of these anymore, and they've just become a hater. because someone don't want to be in a relationship with them anymore. So they're a hater. So they teamed up with other haters, okay, and got in relationships with other haters. But there's been some sort of cameras. And for some strange reason, they've been dumb enough to spend money on sex workers. Okay, they've been spending money on sex workers. Sex workers have been getting a large amount of money put into their bank account. They want to get away from what they've done. They have all been getting lippy online from multiple accounts, okay? And they've been caught from that, alright? Discussing how they wanted to kick this masculine or feminine to the curb and slam each other. They didn't want the record to be getting straight because it is set straight because it is a large amount of people who have been stalking them, the side pieces, the exes, all been getting off the tits on drugs because like it's something to do with they're just like, oh, it's free money, we'll just get off our tits on drugs, alright, shopping sprees, partying, celebrating, and doing some very illegal criminal activity with an ex. And just barebacking each other and going from one house to the next house, to the next house, to the next house, to the next house, to the next house. So everyone's just been bed hopping. Even they're supposed to be in like committed relationships, even corrupt law, they've all been bed hopping. Someone's filing for a divorce because they was involved in this and they thought that their partner would stay loyal to them, but the money's gone to the head. And the amount of drama, what they've been creating and gossip between each other, they've been thoroughly enjoying it and it's been making them bang off down there. So they've been getting on it with everybody, let me tell you that. So everyone in this local area has smashed everybody multiple times, even behind their lovers, their wives or their husbands back. So they've all got multiple side pieces. They've all got multiple side pieces. A lot of money getting spent on drugs. Went so hard to protect the Karmics. Then we've got scare tactics, carefully planned. Then we've got gaslighting everyone around them, lying all the time on your name, so they've been doing nothing but lie. Claim rights and ownerships over someone else's work, alright, someone else's success and full life, and they thought it was funny. So everyone in hometown's been working together to try and get this done, alright, which is ending up with their children will be put up for adoption for what they've done. We've got dirty landlord caught up for crimes they've committed. Then we've got families joined forces and now they're getting locked up in prison. They tricked everybody into their own demise. So we've got corrupt law sentenced to life in prison without parole. Their magic isn't working anymore, furious and in panic, and it's all backfiring. So they're all panicking because the magic is backfiring, okay? This is where this death card comes out in reverse, alright? And they're all getting locked up in prison for life, for what they've done, alright? Because they've been getting watched. They didn't know. They didn't know. Some of them could be getting arrested at work, okay? They're all attacking each other, blackmailing each other, grassing each other up for a lesser sentence, try to pay for immunity with stolen money. They'll be on the news for what they did to you. Documents have been found. They thought they got rid of everything, but the documents, like corrupt law, once it's in like some sort of system, I mean, I don't know, like, because obviously I'm not a computer whiz, but from what I've learned from research, once it's in the system, you can't really thoroughly retrieve that, and there's something surrounding it all ending up on the dark web, what they've been doing. So this is dark web activity, and we've got new haters recruited. wanted to have you executed. They'd done this before, so they thought they could end the one who they teamed up to steal from. Alright. Oh my lord. And they're going to be on the news for what they've done. Alright. Could have got involved with Freemasons, Eastern Stars, and we got sentenced for severe crimes. Alright. Sentenced for severe crimes. So maybe they all thought, oh, if we all get in Freemasons and we all get in Eastern Stars, we'll all protect each other. Corrupted Gov ordered a hit. This is what I mean, dolls. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. Control issues can't even control themselves. Obviously, if they're all hopping into each other's bed, they've been helping some sort of toxic family, alright? Set of compulsive liars. They've been watched. Wowie, 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 wowie. Wowie, wowie, wowie. They've been doing vehicle magic, alright? Driving around looking for a new victim. Linking to social services and human trafficking. Pedoing, alright? So, basically everyone in hometown has been recruited into a pedo ring. Alright? So a full hometown is a set of pedos. Full hometown is a set of pedos, man. Full hometown. They've made deals with the devil, alright? And they want to go on the run now. Corrupt Laura getting sentenced. Calls blocked, account blocks. Ghosted these cranks are all getting sentenced and charged. Oh my lord. All getting involved in stalking a set of psychopaths. Okay. Then we got, your case is shocking, almost unbelievable. A brother is involved. Someone is willing to risk their own life to save you. People aged 60 to 65. What they have done is heartbreaking and gut-wrenching, extremely unpleasant and upsetting. A murder plot exposed. 50 to 55. 55 to 60, or maybe even 50 to 55. We've got stolen ID on dating websites. So they could have even stolen child or children's ID on dating websites to message little boys and message little girls, okay, and pose to be a little boy or pose to be a little girl, but they've been selling images of child or children on the dark web. Everybody in this hometown, practically, has been selling images of child or children on the dark web. Oh my lord. Set up false claims, false accusations, unfounded accusations. So they're trying to set the one up who's innocent, okay? False claims, false reports, unfounded accusations, stop and block justice spells. Filing false reports have said this, terrorising. They've been ending animals. They're involved in grand larceny, theft of personal property, intent to deprive owner of it permanently, and paying people to starve, organised crime, a lot of reactive abuse. People aged 50 to 20 are involved, alright? Character assassination, malicious and unjustified harming of a person's good reputation. Criminal enterprise, forged documents are being examined, you see, because there's something to do with, it's on the computer, some sort of hardware, someone has some proof or evidence, alright? A lot of SEX magic has been getting done. They're stealing anything they can from, like, this masking off enemy they've already stolen from, sending sneak attacks, and they're addicted to stealing, and they're doing it to each other, okay? Some of them took money to pay off debts. Curvin, trying to reverse some sort of spellware. Twins, either a false twin, a fake twin, or a fallen twin, or twin brothers, twin sisters, or one of each, alright? They're a set of energy vamps. A lot of them are addicted to alcohol and drugs. They've been doing all chakra magic, alright? And they've always feared your awakening. We've got used ID, birth certificate, social security number, to open a bank account. The mother's involved. They're all getting raided. Of all the drugs is getting raided. Alright, everyone's getting raided of all of their drugs. So there's a lot of raids going down. Then we've got IIED, intentional infliction of emotional distress law, recklessly causing another to suffer. So they could have took hold of some sort of money off this person and then just spent it all on spell work, spent it all on stalking, spent it all on lying, spying, laughing, bed hopping. Everyone's been in bed with everybody, alright? So I'm getting everyone's like got at least 4 or 5 STDs by now. They've got about 4 or 5 STDs or something. Paper trail, forged documents found caught because they've been having unprotected sex. Talking how they're going to kick this person to the curb, laughing about it, thinking it's funny. Everyone's got involved, guys. Forged documents have been examined, and then we've got paper trail, forged documents found. Then we've got drank too much and thought they were a gangster. They've been getting involved in satanic rituals, Baphomet rituals, conjuring devils and demons. They've been doing a lot of illegal experiments and ethical human experimentation. They're all lying on earth, perjury. We've got a good judge who works with Archangel Michael, who's going to be sentencing them all. 35 to 40 is involved. Involved in an insurance scam. A niece is involved, paying people with stolen money to abuse. This is why they're going to end up getting locked up, because they're paying for abuse. And they all think it's funny, and then they're all slamming each other after they've got this person assaulted. Alright? Lying on earth to protect each other. They've got involved in kidnapping, child abduction. Want access to your energy for protection. This is where this 9 of Wands comes in. Let your guard down. Let me back in. I need your energy for protection. Protect me, protect me, protect me, protect me. Dark practitioner, dark energy worker. This is going on in the UK, alright. Worried about being caught for evil acts and evil deeds for years. We've got Eastern Stars, alright, Lady Masons, and I think there's only 1% of these sick fucks out there, you know, who rob the life out of people, who bed hop, who cheat on each other, who spy on each other, who stalk each other, alright. They think there's only 1% of them in the world, but the retarded darlings, there's a lot of psychopaths in the world, alright. There's a lot of mentally retarded. There is a lot of people who do dark witchcraft, okay. There's a lot of people who lie. So there's not only 1% of them on the planet, and this is why they're deluded with the 7 of Cups. They fell under their own illusions. Even this corrupt government organisation have fell under their own illusions. There's some sort of separation spells. Obtaining money. Obtaining something. Money through force or threats. Alright? Extortion. The sister is involved. So many getting arrested for these crimes. Some of this connection, or quite a lot of them, they're addicted to alcohol, partying, drugs and stuff like that, okay? Hates you because you outrank them spiritually. A vile old man. Cars and bikes with stolen money. Premeditated robbery. All going down, exposed, been getting concert tickets, festival tickets. A full community is getting exposed for a recur. They're all substance abusers, right? So, recur. They're all getting done for recur. Trying to follow you with guns to end you before you speak out. And we've got good law officials. They tried to do some sort of mind control. Stolen identity. Birth certificate. National insurance card. Number, bank details, post mail. We've got a member of parliament involved. House of Commons involved in premeditated murder. and mental magic, and they came for the wrong one. They wanted some sort of fame and clout for doing some sick things to you. So like attacks and stuff, because they're very perverted. So it's a very perverted hometown who like sex attacks. They love it. They're all turning on each other. Tried to stop the person from getting some sort of help, but they didn't know they were surrounded by some sort of undercover. Alright, so we've got racketeering, dishonest and fraudulent business dealings, commercial profit, extortion and bribery. They're all bribing each other. Like, I know what you've done this, you've done that, you've done this, you've done that, and you've done this, and you've done that, and you've done this. And they're like, well, you've done this, you've done that, you was getting lippy, you was saying this, you said that, you said this, and they're all fakes. Okay, there's not a real person in this community. You know, a small handful, they're all fakes. Very small handful of real people in the community, and the rest of them are just pure fakes. They're all backstabbers, and again, they're all in bed with each other. And they've got all of money, which has gone to the red, and they've just got more and more toxic, more and more out of control. They're going to be exposed. They will be arrested for trying to set you up. We've got a matriarch, a woman who is head of the family or a tribe or organisation, who's been organising it all. They've got an identity crisis because they've been stealing identity, alright, posing to be somebody who they're actually not. So now they're all struggling with identity crisis. They don't know who they are anymore, alright? They've got lost in all the spellware. Karmic friends, lost in all the spellware. They've been cornered and exposed, and they're all demonically possessed. So everyone in this hometown is demonically possessed, alright? Demonically possessed, psychos, narcissists, sociopaths, oh my lord. Narcissists, trying to get some sort of DNA, a lot of mind games, alright? Denying, stealing, deluded, gaslighting. They're all set of paranoid schizophrenics. They've all got legions and legions of demons within them. On the backs, within them. They've got legions and legions of demons. The more of some sort of money, what they've got hold of, the more their heads has gone, alright? And the more they've been funding and fueling more and more criminal activity. And they've been paying for the one who they've stolen from to be stalked, along with toxic family, to be abused, alright? Set of spiritual haters trying to destroy business or businesses. They could have offshore overseas accounts, alright? Best friend secretly hates you. A best friend needs to get alive because they've been leaving a digital footprint. Signed up to Illuminati with stolen money. So like a full town has been recruited into like Illuminati, alright? And they're all getting life in prison because they've all been getting watched, man, with what they've been doing, and they thought that they was going to get away with it because it was part of like all-seeing eye. So they thought they was getting away with it. Gone too far now. They thought they was getting away with it, darlings. They really did. They thought they was getting away with it. Over £5 million. Okay, so it's over £5 million, or they could have had like, yeah, maybe 5 million split between them. Alright, a lot of it was used in doing some stupid shit. Beauty spells, I did say. They want to make themselves look beautiful and doing sex magic. Wanting to stop and block justice, draining your energy, because they need to get back in for that energy, for protection. I spent a lot of money on takeaways, alright, shopping, alright? Getting tattoos, they spent money on getting tattoos, alright? They've just been laughing, thinking it's hilarious, thinking that they're all getting away with it. But, and thought that, well, they've got a bent copper in their pocket who's also involved in some sort of Illuminati, and they've been leaving a footprint. Lots of people's got tattoos with stolen money. Good cops are taking them down. Then we've got over 10 million. Could be linking to offices like cults, curving ties, alright? Making their own little cult or curving off the back of getting into Illuminati or thinking, alright? Oh my lord. So they was thinking that they was in like Illuminati or something. Thinking that they had, like, they was backing each other up. So they was thinking, oh my lord. And they wanted some sort of stardom or fame for what they was doing to the real star. Wow. Which has ended up getting them life in prison. Sister involved in inheritance fraud. Corrupted gov ordered the hit. They put you through so much trauma as a child and continued into adulthood. Alright, and they think it's funny. They do. Cyber stalking and hacking. Wanted to be ranked by the devil in hell. That's why they are low rank cranks, darling. Kidnapping and false imprisonment. They've ruined their own lives trying to ruin yours prison time. Child abduction, grooming, blackmail, brainwashing, black magic, okay, all for money, child trafficking, alright. And now they're all going down. Oh my lord. Corrupt judge, alright, they've been involved in doing like BLOOD magic, BLOOD rituals, okay. They've even been working with feces. Then they've been stalking online. They've even been working with feces, is what I'm getting. They've been working with feces, alright? And then the judges are lying in court after they're working with feces. They're going to lose everything. They've been stalkers, they've been working with feces. Oh my lord. And they've been getting watched. Oh my lord. They've been working with feces and everything to try and keep hold of some millions of pounds, like. They've been working with feces. Urine. They've been working with bloody feces. They're just not all there in their head. Police officer involved in ending, okay, trying to start some sort of a street fight. Cars with stolen money. They've been going apeshit. They've been going apeshit, and I mean absolutely apeshit. Love block spell. Free spell. Someone does not want you to be happy in love, but they're not even happy in their own relationships. There's no way you can be happy if you're working with feces, darling. To try and do some spell work on someone, there's no way you can be happy. Free spell. Someone wants to stop any progress on your way to success. Darlings, all these men and women have been working with feces, alright? They've been working with BLOOD. And they tried to get on some sort of reversal magic. They was doing binding spells. They was doing mirror magic, working with feces, more love block spells, because they're heartless, is what I'm getting. Because obviously if there's a set of psychopaths involved, they have never had a good heart. The light will be illuminated on your situation. What is done in the dark will come to light. They wanted to be seen in some sort of Illuminati, but they didn't want it to be illuminated that they'd been actually working with feces, and there could actually be some footage. Some people are getting divorced because they're like, do you mean you've been working with feces? What do you mean you've been doing all this dark spell work and mixing feces up? Demon magic. Somebody's conjuring demons to block your blessings and bring harm your way, but it's come to an end, and now they want everyone to feel sorry for them, for what they've done. Alright, oh my God, they want everyone to feel sorry for them, for what they've done and what they've been doing, because they're just... Oh my Lord, they want everyone to feel sorry for them. When they've robbed the life out of somebody, tried to end them, alright, got involved in child abduction, alright, stalking, online bullying, alright, all been in bed with each other, they've all been in bed with each other, working with feces and everything. And because they tried to take somebody's identity and persona on, alright, they don't even know who they are anymore. They've lost themselves, they don't know. And they're so obsessed. Very, very, very obsessed. Somebody's obsessed with you to the point where they cannot stop thinking about you. They're obsessed. So they've probably done some sort of obsession magic, alright, and that's backfired. They're obsessed, they're demonically possessed, they're depressed, alright. They've been doing a lot of spiritual attacks. Somebody's trying to attack you spiritually to block your third eye and ability to manifest. And then we've got a love spell. Somebody's casting love spells to win your love, darlings. They've been doing a BLOD, period BLOD, working with their own feces and their own urine, mixing things up. I don't know how they are even attracted to each other after doing that. They've all got multiple sexually transmitted demons or spiritually transmitted demons, Osmodus, Incubus, Succubus, Jezebels, alright? And they're sending a lot of evil eye. Someone envies you to the point of them not wanting to see you succeed. Wow. It's a town of haters. A hating town who's just dumb because they thought they was getting away with it, but they've been getting watched by undercovers for a very long time who's got a lot of evidence on them. There's a lot of evidence on them, so it's all going to hit the news. Wow. They're going to lose everything they've stole. All lying in court, so this courtroom is just full of a set of liars, so they're all just losing their jobs. Stolen will money, so they could have done some sort of a will or something. Stolen money and then did some sort of like will, and then wanted to wipe the person out, so they've just gone real greedy, which is like mammon. But everything they had, because they was just going mad with it and doing spell work and stalking and stuff, it's all just gone like we've got attempted murder. Friends involved in blue collar and white collar and a brother. They've got stolen cars, performing satanic rituals, so they've been stealing off each other. Forced power of attorney, lying to get like some sort of gang stalking done, lying to get spell work done, alright. It runs deep. They wanted it to be like a street shooting. $300,000 to $400,000. We've got secret society in reverse, danger. So they thought that they was in some sort of secret society, but I'm getting that they fell under their own illusion. They fell under their own illusion. They actually thought they was in Illuminati, but they're not. Alright. Wow, wow. Law firms are under investigation. 50 to 55. A father tried to end their own child for fame. Alright. Unblock me spells. Paid for love potions on your counterpart. Paid for love potions. Church leaders getting arrested. Paid for mental magic. Took money to pay off debts to more people. A lot of mental magic. Wanted to end your life for life insurance policy. Exposed. Oh my lordy. Thought they could sacrifice their victim and quite possibly child or children and pay for more mental magic. Tried to offer you up to an entity. Went to a salon with stolen money to get the nails done. Obviously went to a tattoo shop, alright. Paying children to do their dirty work. This is why the children are going up for adoption. Emails are being hacked. So they could have been hacking this masculine or feminine emails. Invasion of privacy. But their emails, okay, all their accounts are being watched by undercovers. Corrupt lawyer is going to get sentenced and charged. A bad social worker involved, alright. They're all very incestuous. Very incestuous. Very incestuous. Bar with stolen money. Incest again. Paid children to mentally abuse, so basically they're just messing with the children's head. Black magic backfired, and this is why the children are going up for adoption. They are. They are. Oh my lordy, 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 lordy. It was getting watched. Massive success is coming to you after you release someone toxic from your life. So this toxic family and toxic community don't want to let this masculine or feminine energy go while they do all this sick shit to them. Let your guard down, let me back in, because they're feeling weak because they've been cut out of energetic field and they're feeling abandoned. They was doing some sort of submission magic, health attacks. They've got a lot of divine protection, health attacks. Oh, they're all going down. Physical, mental. Somebody's jealous of who you are and accomplishments you've made. This is why they want everyone to feel sorry for them, because they've been doing some right sick shit, trying to take on their life, their identity, their gifts, the skills, the talents, like, and been doing some sick shit for clout. Like they're even like something to do with feces. It could be like when they'll be getting locked up, yeah, because they've been working with like feces and the spell work. Like the head, and we've got nurse and carer, they're going to get locked up. The head's going to keep going even more, and they're going to be smearing their own feces all over themselves in the cell. All right, smearing their own feces all over themselves. Some people involved have been smearing their own feces all over themselves. Maybe from spell work, backfiring is what I'm getting. Wow, wow. And all the bank accounts are under investigation. Contract killing, what they're trying to get away from. So got involved in the contract killing, trying to run away from that. They're saying they're depressed. Gossip, gossip, gossip. Bed backing everybody. All in bed, bed hopping, all in bed, all in bed. And I mean like literally, there's hardly any lot of people in this local hometown. Just a small like handful of people, and the rest of them have been getting checks to join in with fake friends. Alright, wow, wowie, wowie, wowie. So neighbours have been tricked. Neighbours are like bugaboos and side pieces now. Alright, all cheating on each other. And they're all going to get locked up. these fake friends and these bugaboos, like. So that dirty landlord has been caught up. Again, the children's going to be up for adoption. They're in hiding, trying to avoid pending charges for what they've done. So trying to lay low. Because they didn't know they'd been under investigation for years. They didn't know. They just thought everybody was involved. Because of all these love potions, what they've been doing on each other. So they just thought everybody was involved. They have. Everyone's been doing love potions on each other. Wow. Just wow. Wow, divorces and everything. There's quite a few divorces in this connection. Quite a few separations. Somebody got involved in a separation spell and now they keep separating from their side pieces due to them doing a separation spell. Alright. Someone is literally going to be locked up in a cell, covered and smothered in their own feces. Wow, 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 wow. Could be even a corrupt judge who's going to be smothered in their own feces because they've just got more and more mentally unstable. More and more mentally unstable. Yeah, look. They've just got more and more mentally unstable from the amount of moon magic, what they've been doing, and they know they're guilty of investing. I'm getting even a judge, King of Swords in reverse, is on heroin. A judge is on heroin. And they're mentally unstable. 10 of Swords. Queen of Swords in reverse. A Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Always been waving wands around and they're depressed. They're very depressed. It's going to be a brutal ending for them in the courtroom, you know, with this good judge. Yeah, they're going to lose everything. Everybody in his hometown, they're losing everything. And we've got a shit mother figure who's also losing everything. And nobody wants to collaborate with them anymore. Splitting up relationships because they're all just demonically possessed. So studying these bloody demons, this demonic hometown. Studying this demonic hometown. Who's been working with demons, conjuring up demons, satanic rituals, all these, and now they're all just demonically, oh my god. 2 of Wands, the cowards. 6 of Wands in reverse, it was a false victory. They was after somebody else's destiny, but they're just deluded. A Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, losing the job, losing the business, alright. They've been praying to the devil, 9 of Wands, to not have this masculine or feminine defended in a courtroom. Wow, they've actually been praying to the devil for this masculine or feminine, alright, to not have the victim who they've stolen from, who they've been doing all this to, defended in the courtroom, because it means they're going to lose absolutely everything. And they've all been performing rituals, alright? And they've all been trying to energy harvest. So they're all going to go down. Again, bank account's getting drained. Emperor in reverse, maybe in Aries, bank account is going to get drained. Lacking in their own life, they got in on trying to outnumber. Alright, so an Aries got involved in trying to outnumber somebody because they wanted money. I'm getting a sex worker type of vibe. But there is going to be justice. They've just got lost in bloody dream world, darling. No way, but they're just going to prison. Bad news that it's going to prison. They're angry with themselves because they're losing the jobs. They're being very mean, very possessive, and trying to take somebody else's light and life on as their own, and they're angry for what they've done to the victim. They're angry. They're angry for what they've done to the victim. Oh, Jesus Christ. A shit mother figure, angry, demonically possessed at what they've done. Seven of Swords in reverse. They're mentally weak, mentally unstable. It's surrounding Ten of Pentacles. Everyone's just gone mad, darling. And they're angry. They're angry. They're weak. They're depressed. Okay? They're out of control. They're trying to bring an ending to a child. Two of Cups. Could be a child lover involved. Could be a child lover involved. Five of Cups. So mentally unstable. Investing in a betrayal. A Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Investing in an ending because they're out of control. They want to keep some sort of secrets. A shit mother figure. Or a shit father figure. A shit mother figure. Enemies. Mentally unstable. Willing to harm child or children. Enemies. Corrupt government organisation. Because maybe they're jealous of the child or children's mother. Mentally unstable, loss of investment, loss of investment, loss of investment, Queen of Swords in reverse, a loss of investment, because they invested a lot of time, a lot of people are losing their jobs. My lord, my lord, my lord, could have tried to bring an ending to like a Scorpio child, a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, who's not going to be getting defended in the courtroom. With a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, no one's going to defend them. Oh my God. Loss at Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Evidence, loss of job, guilty verdict. In this like hometown, Five of Cups, loss. Because they're very mean, possessive and controlling. Leo. Okay, feeling weighed down. Maybe a Leo child. Maybe a Leo child is going to get sentenced too. Maybe a Leo child is going to get sentenced too. And they're angry at a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, and a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and maybe even a Cancer. If they're being manipulated, something surrounding somebody's waking up to these love spells. Yeah, love spells. Maybe done from a Libra. Maybe done from a Libra, love spells. A lion Libra who's doing love spells on child or children, who's living in dream world. And a King of Wands. Gemini, Cancer, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo wanted to keep it a secret that there was delusional with these enemies, with a Capricorn, Virgo or Taurus who's angry at somebody else's strength with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, because they've been praying to the devil, and now they've got a lot of heavy karma for being very childish and teaming up with pals doing rituals and investing. But now they're waking on up. That's why they're getting no defence. And they're all going to get locked in prison. Oh my lord. There's so many people involved. It's ridiculous. So many people involved. We're going to lose any business or businesses, anything they made at a Libra, Gemini or Aquarius. Anything they made, they're going to lose it all. All the spell work, they're going to prison for what they've been trying to do to child or children. SEX magic on child or children as well. What the hell? Because they're not all there in a reg. And then they're angry with a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus who's mentally unstable because they know they're not innocent. We're celebrating and partying with like a shit father figure or an Aries. Very shit role models. Very shit. Demonically possessed. Demon rituals. Demon rituals to try and gain control. So they have been doing demon rituals. Demonic rituals. Oh my lord. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Can't even believe how many people. They'll have to sell their homes to pay back. Karmic friends involved. It's just absolutely shocking. Full town full of jealous snakes, which is shocking. What's going to end up like? Getting locked on up. And the kids are going up for adoption. I mean, working with feces and stuff like that, darling. And they think that they deserve to keep hold of kids or grandkids or something. Anyways, I was only peace, love and light.